Hey guys, welcome to our first Chemical AJ video. And today, I'm actually going to be showing you around if you're new to Animal Jam. And if you're not, then this will just be a good reminder. And so for those of you jammers who aren't so rare, always trade fairly, okay? So never scam. Never want to make someone upset because if someone had done that to you, then you would know how that would feel. So you always want to act as if you are the other person and you want to see things from their side. So if you're not rare, then if you're asking for rares for unfair items, nobody's going to trade you, and if they do, it'll be out of pity. And do you really want to get rare that way? The only way to get rares and to get rare in general is to be fair. And if you're fair, I guarantee you're going to be successful in your Animal Jam career. So, as you can see, I'm Jammer for NM57, and today I'm just going to be showing everyone around, and it seems that here in Jama there are colts of penguins, all different colors. Oh, and they call themselves the squid. So, that's odd, because, see, in the Animal Jam shop, there are squid hats, and you can change the colors, and I actually really like them, so I bought, like, one of each color, and I'm not really sure why they're in a cult right now, but we are Hemicult, so if I had a penguin, I would join them. Um, Anyways, so we're gonna get started, and so here's the map. To access the map, you just click on this little globe here in the bottom right hand corner, and it'll give you every land. Now the four initial lands were Jama Township, Serapia Forest, the Temple of Zios, and I believe Coral Canyons. So it was these four lands initially in the beta days, in the beta testing, and I was actually, that's when I joined, so I was from the beta days, and so like I have like the free chat where you can just say anything and it won't like block it out unless it's like inappropriate, then you don't want to say it. But yeah, so and then now they've added new lands like Kimbara, they've added Appondale, they've added Mount Shavir, and I think Crystal Sands too. And I think there were no water worlds in the beta days. There were none. So this is all new additions since the beta testing was over. And so I am going to actually be switching accounts to show you these four because I don't have any animals on this account that I can actually like access water unless I'm become a member again, which I might. But see, there's my penguin. I could have joined the cult. But anyways, so that's probably it. I have these crocodiles, which the other owner of this account and I were talking about today, actually, and she was saying how she hasn't seen crocodiles in a long time, and actually neither have I. I just saw one yesterday, but that was about it in the past however long I started playing AJ again. So, anyways, going back on topic, we're going to just check them out. So we're going to start with Mount Shavir. This is actually a really cool land. No pun intended, because, snow. But I really enjoy this land because you can play games here. You can actually play it with friends, as it said. You can play with multiplayers, and so this is just a game where you try to get all the gems down, and I think it's like that one actual game called Gem Break. And yeah, so this is how you play it, and it's just one of those simple games. If you go on hard mode, it gets actually really difficult, and I don't know where to put this gem. Don't know where to put it. I'm just gonna break all those off. Okay, and so I got to the next level. So you can earn gems that way if you're new to Animal Jam and you don't have that many gems. There's also this thing here. If there are multiple people jumping on this ice, it will cause it to like break up, and it never actually breaks through so that you fall through. But there's a legend that if there are enough people and the ice starts to break away too much, that it will like completely dissolve the ice, and that each person that's jumping on here would get like a rare. I don't know exactly what it was, but yeah, so that was it. So up here we have this is actually a new addition. So you see I have a pet here. I don't usually use pets, but this is my rare one, so I just, had him on. And so this is a pet egg, and the thing with the pet egg is that if you buy, and it's for members only, but if you buy a pet egg, you can decorate it anytime, any color, and when your pet hatches, this is like the color it will be, I think, and then these will be the eyes it'll have. So what if I want my pet to be really odd? And then I like that. I am going to do this, like I can't actually buy this right now because I'm not a member yet, anymore, but yeah, so I like that. So then, or you could also randomize it, and then it'll just like be like that, and then your pet will probably come out being those colors. And then this is for members only, obviously, but like as if I had a pet here, your egg would bounce alongside you every time you walked. So then up here there's this book called the Journey Book, and for this I've already gotten them all, but there's little things that you can click on and then you get a prize at the end. And so this mountain goat, you can find it up here as you're waiting. See down there the buffalo, but like it comes down here and you have to be very quick to click on it because it doesn't come out very often, and you just have to sit up there. So that's why that's there. People think it's like useless, but nobody really knows that that's where the mountain goat is. So then here's a slide that you can go down, and there's things along the way to see, and there's like this little I think this is an Arctic fox figurine. And then if you want to go enjoy it again, you come back up and you go right back down the slide. So that's why I really like Mount Chevere. Like, nobody's ever here. I don't get it because it's like actually a really cool world. This is a geyser, actually. This is a geyser pool. And I think the colors in this are really cool. And here's another one of the Journey Book things. It's called the Red Panda, I believe. And then the gift is based after it. So but that climbs up and then it disappears for a while, so you have to wait to find each and everything. And nobody really noticed, but there's this like dinosaur fossil here, and it looks like it's swimming past, but it looks like it's just frozen in the glass, so I wouldn't actually call it a fossil. It's like when you find in those movies the cavemen in a glass that were preserved. I wonder if one day that this glass melted away, that there would be like the dinosaur would come alive, And then right here, I've always thought it looked like a little like dinosaur, like maybe like a lizard-shaped dinosaur, like fossil indent, but I could be wrong. It could just be like the shaping in the rock. So then there's a little shop here, and it's called the Cocoa Hut, and I really like this shop, even though there's like nothing to buy here. Like, you can always buy clothes and stuff for winter. There's this little eggshell helmet that I thought was so cute, and I would so buy this if I could wear it. But also they're just like these little, this is actually a really good thing to trade, but you have to have the right color, because they used to sell these, I think, in the beta days, and it's unusual to find one that's completely magenta. So it will kind of be like this side color here, but the whole thing is it. There's no like white or light pink or anything. So those are really good to trade if you have one of those. And then also in the Cocoa Hut, it's just there's these little mats so you can sit and talk to your friends, and then the hot cocoa machine. And I think you can buy these and put them in your den. And like I used to have one, I think, and like it was just so cool. Like, you could make hot cocoa at home, and you could just like chill out and sit with your friends, and now you have like a little hot cocoa icon. So if you go back to Jama, then people will know you've been in Mount Chevere recently because you have your little hot cocoa icon still. And eventually it'll go away as if you had drunk the whole thing, and it's just like, I don't know, I just really like it. So here in Appondale, there is someone drowning in the mud, and I am not going to deal with that because it's a pig, and pigs like mud. So, and there's a snake, and if you click on that snake, it will also register in your journey book. And so this little cave back here, I've never really found a purpose for it because there's like really no purpose to it. It doesn't lead anywhere. You can't go anywhere except, there's like nothing here. So, oh my goodness, that bunny is in the tree. Oh my gosh, I want to be her friend. Okay, and here you can just look out onto the bayou or whatever you want to call it, the Sahara, and just like watch all the animals, and some of the animals will register in your journey book. You can come up to this little kind of platform here of grass and just hang out with your friends. Again, there's another pet station. There was one of these in Mount Chevere, and there's a game. So I think in each land there's a game for you to play. And so this one's kind of like, I don't know if you know the game, but it's one of those games where the people come in and you have to defend them. You have to defend your area. And yeah. So the little plants and stuff will try to kill the animals as they come along, and it's very difficult, for me at least, because you know, it's just not easy. And the ants, I don't really know why this isn't working, but the ants have to like not get to the end. So the goal is to not get any of the ants to the end and to have all of your characters to eat all the ants before before they get by you. So there's also a little shop in here, and I think it's to donate. Like, you can actually donate gems and help animals. And so there's videos to watch about each animal, and you can just learn a lot. There's also a little shop in here where you can buy like the heads of a few animals, and of course some are member, some are non-member. And I'm actually going to go over here and show you guys that there are printables where you can color, or you could select one of these. Say like I like the koala a lot. I can download this and then I can print it. It'll take me to a new screen, but I don't really want to do that right now. And now I'm logged out. So, oh goodness. Okay, well that worked out very well. So then I'll show you the tree in Appondale where you can just customize your pets if you're a member. Obviously you have to be a member to be able to use the pet stations, but you can always buy a pet depending on whether or not it's member. So the only really animals for non-members, aw, the hyenas are leaving. So the only animals for non-members are giraffes and hamsters, I believe, unless you have a rare pet. Then most, like, I think all rare pets are actually for non-members, so you can enjoy that. But these cats are so cute. I freaking want one. Ugh. Okay. Anyways, so here's the pet stop. Obviously it says, obviously it'll say that you have to be a member to be able to use it. And then there are more pet eggs in here. You can go up top, and then there's pet shop items for your animals. And so like you can change the color of this. Ooh, that was really cool. I like that. It's like outlined in black. But it's really cool how you can just and it's really cool how you can just, you know, buy stuff for your pets, and it'll be cool. So yeah. So the next land we're going to visit is Kimbara, and nobody's really here either unless there are a bunch of rare people here who want to trade, and that just gets chaotic because people are very greedy. So never accept an undertrade, because if someone's trying to bully you into accepting a trade, then they're obviously scamming you and you just don't want to deal with them. So I would get out of that place as fast as you could, or just block that player. There's also a journey book here, and there's and this is, sorry, that was the wrong journey book. And this is the Kimbara Outback journey book, and the prize is a windmill. These ones were actually really difficult for me to find. Obviously there's a spider, but some of them are just not easy to find. And look, it's the other one. It's my bae. Hey, girl. Hey. She's trying to get away from me. She knows I'm recording right now because my sister was taking videos of me and sending them to her. She's saying that I don't know what I'm doing and stuff, which is actually true. These are more printouts and stuff. And this is also one of those, it's called the Animal Hospital, because I think if you actually donate again to this one, they'll use your gems to help animals And, I think it's actually a really good cause. And there's also a shop in here where you can buy little medical supplies. And my friend actually got 2 warns and a spike for this. And I don't know why, because it's an in-stores item. But let's see where she went, because I am not actually sure where she went. She's trying to avoid me, I know that. She logged off. Man. Am I really that bad? Okay, so this is obviously the windmill that I showed you, but it's a prize. So like if you get one and if you finish the thing, you'll get this prize, and then you can match your den to Kimbara Outback, especially if you buy some of the items that I'm just about to show you. And there are so many things to buy here, and a lot of them are member, but they're not really worth anything, but they're also really cool. So like I'm also going to show you something. This chair here, you can buy this chair, and I'm just going to say welcome back. But this chair, you can buy this chair here. You could buy this chair here at least. I think it went away a couple days ago. And yeah, so I have 2 of those, but a lot of people will fake that those chairs or these stone items are better. Don't fall for it. They're scamming you. And it's just not cool, man. So I'll show you what this is later, but right now we're going to show you this, and people send their art in to Animal Jam often. So what they decided to do was put up this art zone thing for kids. And obviously if you play Animal Jam, you can send your art in, and it'll say who you are, where you're from, and your age. And I think, is that a blobfish? Oh my goodness. But this is really cool that kids get to show off their creativity to the game they love the most. So, and then there's also a game up here. I told you there's probably a game in every land. This one, I don't think I've actually played before. I don't actually know how to play this game. Oh, so you have to guess it before your time runs out, and as the more time you take, the less gems you get. So yeah. Figure this one out. It's probably an eagle. Yeah. Okay, so this one's actually a really easy way to earn gems as long as you're good at guessing. So I just earned 58 gems by doing 2 rounds of that, and it was so easy. Like, and if you get them wrong, I don't think there's a penalty. I don't think anything happens to you. Jamal will be the last land I show you. We were just in Kimbara. We'll go to Coral Canyons next. So we're in here. A lot of people like this, who are rare, like to trade in Coral Canyons. If this room is all full and all the servers are full, then they're not going to go to Jamal. They'll come here as a default. It'll either be here or to Kimbara Outback, because that's where they can find the most rare people. So it'll usually be in this area. There will be a lot of people trading, and then there will be some up here. And there's a tarantula, and I think it's the lizard from the journey book here, and the prize is a cactus chair. So if people tell you that is better, it's also not better, because you can win it as a prize. So in here is called Epic Wonders. It's a store for den items and for clothing items, but they're more expensive than the regular shops. So the green orb is the clothing, obviously, and if someone tells you that any of these are better, because they're hard to find unless you know where to go for them, people will tell you that they're better. And if you believe them, then they can scam you really easily. So here's the shop that they can't like scam you from, because like they know, like now you know that this is here, and that okay, so for this there's something called a glitched ring, and it'll be where these colors are switched, and so it looks like the circle is darker than the rest of the ring, and then this gray is lighter, and that is really rare. But people put this exact ring, like this color, on their trade, saying that it's the glitched one to scam other people. So make sure you know your differences between the actual glitched ring and this ring here. Because the glitched ring was the first color sold, I believe, and then they took it out of stores. So it's really rare, not many people got a chance to buy it, and, so like, yeah, that's basically it. And here's the den items. A lot of them are member. Here's what you kept seeing in every land. So this painter's easel, I have one in my den. I'll show you what it does. But it's very, like, only, and you can buy this, which is actually really cool because it's like right here. But it's really like hard to use, I think, because it's like graphic drawings and stuff, and that's like difficult for me. Like, I draw on paper very like just fine. Like, I think that I draw okay on paper, but graphically it's very hard for me. So what people would do would be to use their touchscreen tablets and play Animal Jam, and then, like, I'll show you it right now. We'll just switch here and we'll go to, I don't believe it's this one, I believe it's the other one. Oh no, it is this one. So I have one here and I just put it in this den because it matches all my Phantom stuff. But you can just draw anything, and you can just, like, there are straight lines so that you can easily just make a straight line, or you can make a circle, or you can just, like, you make shapes, and these are here for your benefit to make it easier for you. So, and then right away, if you just don't like anything that you just did, you can just recycle it and start over. Or if you have, like, let's say, if you drew this smiley face and it's so good, but you made the nose way too big, like, you don't want to erase the smiley face, just go back. Like, that only works for one move. Just go back one. So, like, then obviously if I wanted to create this as a den item, I'd have to be a member. Like, even though I have 2 diamonds, I cannot buy it because I'm not a member. So it'll tell me those are the membership benefits, and if I want to do this, I can become a member. However, if I load this to my computer and I save it as a file, then I can, once I become a member, I can load a file from, like, my beforehand. I can just load that and then I can create it. But unless I keep clicking cancel. Unless I'm a member, I can't make it. So yeah, so that's it for that. I'm going to change this to the den I actually like, which is not this den. It is my plushie den. So we're going to go to my plushie den just so it's as a default. I have all the non-member claws that you can buy, and I have some of the member ones, but I obviously cannot place them. And then, yeah, I'll just show you the next land. So Sarabia Forest is a fun land to go to. This is for all you role players out there. If you've read Warrior Cats, or if you've read anything along that line. See, here's a role player right here that just showed up because he has a spike on and looks menacing. So usually wolves will use these skull helmets, and they'll put those on, which are actually beta from the beta days, and so those are like kind of difficult to get. So they'll put those on their heads, and then they'll roleplay as the cats from Warrior Clans. And I've never personally read those books, but Vocabularies, the other owner of this account, has, and she pretty much knows everything about that. So here are the shrubbery that you can buy for your den, and a lot of them are really cute. Like, I really like this penguin, but it's for members only, so I can't get it. I think all of these are actually for members. Yeah, they're all for members. So, like, if you like shrubbery and you're a member, go for it. Like, it's really cute, and it decorates your den really well. Like, it uses up space. Here's the fire. The legend with the fire is that people dance, enough people hop or dance, then Myra shows up. And if there are too many people, like if it's way crowded, then once Myra shows up, everyone will get a rare. So, like, it's a legend. I've never seen it personally happen. It's just like the other legend that I told you about, but it's definitely really cool. So if that happens to you, then that's really cool. Up here also, there is a game to play, as there was another way. It's the parachute game, and you collect gems as you fall down, and you use your arrow keys to move, and you try to avoid the phantoms. So it's basically like the exact opposite of Sky High. And so you collect gems, and once you get to the bottom, let's just get to the bottom, why not? So once you get to the bottom, there's a prize to collect. My computer's really glitchy, so this might not work out so well. But once you get to the bottom, there's a prize if you land on it. And yeah, so I'll just keep talking as I play this. The next land we're gonna go to, I believe, no. And if you run into a phantom, like in Sky High, it's like if you run into the phantom, you're done. But if you run into the phantom here, you just lose a couple gems and then you slow down, so that if you're like playing somebody, then they'll probably get to the bottom first. So you want to avoid all the phantoms, so you have more gems than possible. Possibly they do, and then you also get to the ground faster than they do. So I keep losing gems because my computer's really laggy. But you want to land on top of the treasure. So I'm almost at the bottom, as you can see from the sidebar. And yeah, oh, never mind. You don't land on top of the treasure. You land on top of the treasure if you didn't hit any phantoms, I believe. So I haven't played that game in a while. In here is a flag hut, and you can buy like literally any flag and more. So they have like really cool flags to buy. Some of them, like they're all actually really cool. And I don't believe there's any member flags only. So go for it. Like, it would take a lot of money, but yeah, so you can buy any flag you want. And then if you come down here, I believe it's the same. I don't think there's anything other than flags in this shop because it's called the flag shop. So we're just going to head on down to the next part of Serapia. And the next part of Serapia I'm going to show you is the plant shop. So the plant shop, always check the plant shop. I'm constantly checking the plant shop because I have a lot of plants that are not in here. And some of the plants that are not in here are beta. They are definitely beta. But some of them that are not in here were sold here before, but they're not beta. And some of them are. So here's the movie theater where you can play the claw game, which you can also play at the arcade, so it doesn't matter. There's also a popcorn machine where it kind of turns into a game, but it's actually really cool because you get to catch the popcorn and make your own popcorn. And so during the movie, you want to avoid all the burnt pieces and all the kernels so that your popcorn bucket fills up to the entire length, and then you can enjoy the movie with some homemade popcorn. And it'll be nice and buttery, and so then you can buy stuff here for theater stuff. If you're wanting to make a theater in your den, you can just buy den items here. There's also, this is actually really cool. I really love it. But yeah, so then in the theater, you can't talk. You have to be very quiet. People will yell at you if you're talking, and then some people will just stay there and talk if they want to. And there's a photo booth in here, so you can just pick any background, and you can also change your animal so that if you want a better photo and you don't like this animal, then you can change your animal and then you can take a photo, and then you can change that. I think there's only one pose for each animal, but you can also move your pet's position, and you can move your position so that you're facing the other way, and you can turn it so there's text or no text, and if you have text, you can change the text. So like, I'll be like, see you in Jama, so I'm in Jama right now, and then I can just take that photo, and then I can or I can change my look as I go, because I don't like my look and I don't want to look like this for my photo. Then I'll just change my look here, and then la da da, and then I'll look good for my photo. So then we're going to go in here and show you all the movies they have to feature, but we're not actually going to watch any. So they have one about every animal in Jama, and they have documentaries for each animal, and then there's a mini book for each one as well. So, and you can always zoom in, zoom out so you can read better, because some children on this game can't actually read yet, and some are having difficulty so they can zoom in and stuff. But you can pick a movie from the video section. They have one for every animal and more. They have scorpions, so maybe that's a hint that scorpions will be coming soon. So we're going to just exit here because I don't really want to watch a movie. And then that's it for Serapia. The next place we're going is the Temple of Zios. Here is another legend. If I want another rare, I get all of my friends here to either play or to sleep. And once we're all sleeping, these will turn into phantoms that come up. And the legend is that if there are enough phantoms, everyone sleeping here or playing here gets a rare. So that's just another legend. I'm not really sure if any of these exist. I've never actually seen or heard of anyone getting them. Again, there's another game. I'm not going to show you that one because you all know what Temple of Trivia is. If not, it's basically like a game show where you have to guess the correct answer or know the correct answer to very educational questions. So this is definitely one of the more scholarly lands. And so here is really cool because it will obviously replace my popcorn, but you can, I'm going to actually use this one because I like it the most. And so I'm going to make a potion, and it's going to be very interesting. So once we do that, it can fill my potion jar, and then I have a potion. So it'll be like that. And then some people, I forget the order, but it makes it rainbow. And it's actually really cool, but I don't really remember how to do that. Maybe it's this, and then one more time. I'll look that up for you guys, and then we'll figure it out. But it's actually really cool because then there are people walking around with like rainbow-fied stuff, like potions in there. And then also I forgot to show you that in here as well there is a thing to go on, and it's like a safari, and it's actually like really cool. It's like where you can, I'm not actually going to listen to it so I can talk, but as you watch the videos, you progress further, and then at the end, there's a gift, and I think you can only, like, do this safari once. So, and actually listening to these videos is, like, really fun, because you get to figure out things, and he gives you clues along the way as to what animal is making each burrow, and this one is about pythons, because it's called Python's Pursuit, and I personally do not like snakes at all. But, like, I am so afraid of getting bitten. If it's, like, not a venomous snake, I'm okay. I can hold it. I can put it around my neck. But it's very difficult for me to be somewhere where I know there's going to be snakes. And I just, okay. Anyways, there are also experiments here for children to try at home. And Brady also obviously is a scientist, and I think this is his little girl. She finds things on the internet to do and then shares them with the Animal Jam community, so I think that's really cool. Also, this is a theater just like the one that is in Serapia, except it's just in a different location, which not many people know about because they don't want to go behind these doors. So now you know. And I am also going to be, I think actually I missed one more thing, is his letters, maybe, yeah. Oh, no, they're just more printables. So, if you want more printables, just go there. Each place that has printables is different. And it's interesting to see them. But, there are also more books here like there were in that movie theater. There's a secret passageway up here for those of you who don't know. You'll come out of this when you're done, and you won't come back down this way. But it's a secret passageway that some people know about and others do not. And here, again, there's another, game to play, and as you can see, there are ancient artifacts in here that are so rare that if someone possessed these, they could get so much for it, and I would honestly never give them up because I find them so antique and so cool. So we're going up here, and this little secret thing is like a little it's a little like store, and it's so cool because you can buy all these statues. There used to be so much stuff up here, but now there's not that much anymore. But there used to be like these little telescopes were for sale. I have one of those now. These floor lamps are actually really rare, and those used to be for sale here in the beta days. And so yeah, and so this is the little passageway, but as you notice, we won't go back down the same way. Or maybe we will because I'm really like not intelligent at all and I forgot about this. So but I'm pretty sure there's a certain way to get down here. I just don't remember. And I'll show you guys the bonus land if I can get there. Like, I don't entirely remember how to get there, but we'll try. So also in this Lost Temple, there's another one of these, and then there's a phantom thing, which I think takes you to the adventures. So I don't really want to go in there, but it'll take you straight to the adventures. So if you don't want to click on your party list in order to go on an adventure or go for Battle of the Beacon, you can just go through there and it'll be fine. Also, yeah, I believe that's it for this land. There's not much else to do here. So the next land we're going to visit is Crystal Sands, because we have not gone there yet. So Crystal Sands is another generator for when people show up. This is a very common place to show up. There are water parks and slides to go down, and I find this really cool because like you can interlap with your friends and like just like go down the slides and then twist and turn. It'll be so fun. And so there's just a lot of climbing and slides to do. And there's a touch pool in here where you can win prizes. So I think they're all mostly plushies, but this is the touch pool, and you can get a lot of gems from just doing the touch pool. And you have to keep your mouse over each animal for a certain amount of time, and then I'm going to follow this ray so I can get him. Yes, I got him. So we're going to get all of these little gems here before they go away. And yeah, and it's a really good way to earn gems and prizes. So, and it's super fun. Also, there's this, this is a way to Bahari Bay, I believe, and so if I had an ocean animal, I could go down there, but I'll show you guys those lands as I switch accounts. So back here, I think there's a store, maybe. No, it's just another video thing. Oh my goodness, I didn't even know about all these movie places. So here is a crack in the glass, and it looks as if the fish wants to get out here. So it looks like the fish have been trying to bang their heads against the wall here and trying to escape. And there's also an open sea cam where you can actually see live footage of animals in the sea, like right now. And so obviously Tyranny is the scientist who deals with the ocean, who works for Animal Jam, and there's another game here, of course. And so this is also an entryway to Bahari Bay if I had an ocean animal. There's also this thing called the Juice Hut, where you can hang out with friends and make your own juice. So it's the same object of the game as the popcorn one was, but if you're making grape, make sure you don't catch strawberry, orange, or banana. You definitely want to catch the grapes. So that's why you pick it, and I think if you get the wrong one, it'll take some out of yours. So that's the same thing with the popcorn. So now I have a grape slushie, and it'll just be like, you know, I'll just have this little icon here, and there's another claw in here. And if you have a band, come up here, start singing, dancing, jamming out. You can just like, woo! Yes, we're gonna dance along. But this is not a common place for people to be. Even though I do find it very cool myself, I think it's actually a really cool place. So this one's an entryway to Crystal Reef. So I don't believe that there's one for either of these two, unless you just click on the land, because or you just go into the ocean and then you go to the other land from the ocean. But I don't think there's an entryway from land to get into either of these two, because this is deep blue and obviously it's not touching any land, but there's nothing behind the Juice Hut for you to go to. So yeah, so then the next land, of course, we're going to show you is Jamal Township. This is the most common world for people to spawn in, and oh look, I have a buddy here. Okay, well, this is the most common world for people to spawn in, obviously, because it's like the center of attention. This is like the most famous land. It's from the beta days. It was here when that happened. Up here, there's a Myra statue to honor one of the alphas, and there's also eggs up here. Why was she talking to herself? I am confused. Anyways, so there's more eggs up here. This Myra statue does nothing except just, it's a really nice masterpiece. I think these are better to buy, the Mara statues. So, or not to buy, I mean to trade for. So if someone has that, definitely try to get it because they're definitely really cool and people will envy you if you have it in your den. So in here is the store. I'll show you that later because it might not load me back into this world if I don't. And there's also Diamond Shop, and then up further this direction there's also a place to go where you can buy den items. And you can access all of these stores except for the Diamond Shop by going to your character or going to your den and clicking shop. This is the arcade where there are tons of arcade games to play. Some of them are the ones that were in the lands, such as this one, but this one's for members only. I'm not sure why, because it's like a little pet race, but there's also this one for horses, which I'm going to show you right now, and it's actually really fun, and I'm not very good with horses. Vocabularies and I went on a ride. Well, we went, yeah. So, yeah, basically. And yeah, and I wasn't very good at it. I don't know which horse I am. Oh, I'm the tan one. Okay. I'm not gonna win! I want to use one of my carrots. I'm just gonna go like that because I'm happy to be here, you know? My computer's so glitchy. Oh, that horse is mirroring me. Oh, I love you. We're best friends now, me and that horse. Okay, well, I obviously jumped and it didn't register, so we're just gonna, like, we'll just give up. We'll just give up. No, I could be first. Why would you give up, Lexi? Achieve your dreams. Achieve them. Okay, we're gonna, oh, look. Oh, I'm not that far behind. I could just use my last carrot and then win. No, I'm not winning. I'm definitely not winning. Okay, well, this race is almost over, thank goodness. And I'll show you how, if these are customized, it means those are their actual looks for their horses. And so those are members, but obviously this person and I are, oh look, I was last. So that person and I were non-members, and we just got a default horse of a color that we didn't get to choose. So the way that you can customize your racehorse for that, I don't know why I'm not in Jama anymore, but the way that you can customize your racehorse for that is, the only way is that if you're a member and you have a horse and you like change your look. So that's the only way. Also down here, there's this place called the Adoption Center, and there's another place in here called Club Geo's, and the music is like, for that, it's rare. So if someone has it, it's non-member too, and you can trade for it. There's nothing to do in here except sit around and get adopted. People call it the adoption room, but it's actually called the pillow room. I'm not sure what the purpose of this room was, to be honest, but people like to come in here and say, single father need bae. That's cool. But like, if I was a wolf, I'd be like, I'd probably stay in here. That is my friend who I gave those nerd glasses to, and he helped me out with getting my yellow long. So I'm very happy to be friends with this person because I actually have been looking for a yellow long for a while. So he just got his laptop fixed, and he's saying how Firefox works so much better than Internet Explorer. So there's a tip: if you're using a laptop, definitely use Firefox and not Internet Explorer. So yeah, I think that's going to... So, I think that's going to wrap it up for... Actually, no, it's not, because I need to show you guys the water dens, or the water worlds. So, I'll show you guys that, and then, obviously, I'm going to log out of this. This is not my, like, actual account, like, my actual spare. It actually used to be my sister's account, but I found a 2013 banner on it, and those are like really rare. And so yeah, so once that loads, I'll show you guys the water dens. And I'll just yeah, so gotta log in because I haven't logged in for today. So this isn't my spare. If you want to friend this one, you can, but I'm not on it very often. It's this cute little monkey, but definitely not something I'm interested in. So I have not been in the water in this account, so her turtle might look weird. Her turtle definitely looks weird. She doesn't have that many stuffed things though, so I'm just gonna we're just gonna be like a happy little turtle. I like that. I'm gonna do that. So no, I don't like that color. I don't really know ever how to make these turtles because it's difficult. Like it really is, truly, to make animals look good. I think that looks okay, right? Maybe I'll do yellow because the flowers have yellow, but the yellow looks weird. I don't like the yellow. The struggle. I'll just do this for now. It'll look fine. So, this is Crystal Reef, and in here there is a shop for your pets, but they're for your sea pets. So, just like there was a tree for all your regular pets, this is basically the tree in Appledale for your sea pets, and you can buy pets as long as they're not member pets. The only non-member pets for us are the seahorses, and I actually don't have a problem with that because they're really cute. And if I wanted one, why don't I get one? I'll just get one. Okay, and so what should I name him? Icy. What if I do Jelly? Jelly Roo. I like that. I'm gonna adopt him. Yeah, why not? His favorite food is muffins! Aww, that's so cute. And he's flexible, just like her. Just like my sister. So, this is, yeah, and then this is also the pet stop where you have to be a member, as I told you before. And then that's all there's basically to do in this world. So, you can go up to Crystal Sands from here, which is the passageway that I showed you. You can go to Bahari Bay, I believe it's called. Yeah, you can go to Bahari Bay, or you can go to the deep dark ocean. So this is the deep dark ocean, and as you go down, there it gets darker and darker. There's places to buy things, and it's only one for non-members, but it's cute. It's cute, but and you can change the color to having color or to having no color, but honestly I would not buy it because look at the price, and she doesn't have that many gems. So there's also one over here. You can buy dens, and obviously if you're a non-member you can only buy one, but if you're a member you can buy as many as you want of each one, and so that takes you back to Crystal Reef, and then or Coral Reef, and this takes you to, what is this one? Connie Cove. So as there was for each land item, for each sea place, there is a journey book to go to, and to go through here, there's another shop. Ooh, that's new. I've never seen that before. I haven't been down here in so long, you guys, let me tell you. But you can change the colors to this. I don't really like that, but there's not a lot of non-member things to buy down here the last time I recall. This is cute, I guess, but okay, I get it. I need an ocean den. I'm sorry, I'm poor. Some people just don't get it. No, but there are more statues down here where you can just buy these, and I actually think these are cooler because they're not just stone. I think they're actually made out of coral, and they're definitely a lot cooler in my opinion. So these little jellyfish, I used to have a lot of these when I was a member, and these like are so cute because you can change the color and they just keep going. It's so cute, and I love it. And I honestly used to buy every single one of these things just from my den, but I don't really customize dens anymore. That was just something I did when I had a lot of time to do. There's also a book for this one, as I told you, and there's a jellyfish stop up here, which is for members only. So that's all there really is to do here, and then we're gonna go to oh, this is where the pool was that I showed you. We're just going to go back to here so we can visit the last one, which I believe is Bahari Bay. We have not been there yet, and this is it. So people like to swirl around this. I'm not really sure why, but people like to swirl around this thing, and there's little, if you go up, I think if it's still there, there's an adventure to do. Oh no, it's not there anymore. There's a game here though. It's for dolphins, and if you have a dolphin, it'll be the same thing as like the races where you can become that. And this is best dressed for sea animals, where you won't find that anywhere else. So that's definitely cool. And you can see what there is for sea animals, and these are so cool. I so want one of these. Oh my gosh, this is like a diamond shop for ocean animals. This is so cool. I haven't been in here before. These are new. Wow. 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 Okay, so there's more sea items that you can buy. Obviously, some of these have been here. She's gotten these two. As you can see, she didn't even change the color because I think it used to be not allowed for non-members to change the color of certain things. So I don't think, like, if I was a member, I could change the color of this, but if I was a non-member, I could not change the color of anything I wanted to buy. So you were stuck with the default color of it, and it just wasn't fun for anyone because they couldn't match their outfits, they couldn't do anything. So it was definitely not fun then. But now they, oh, excuse me, I hit myself. But now they definitely have changed it so that people are more equal depending on whether or not you have. Oh, this is the adventure thing. So if you go in here, you get to go on a sea adventure, which we're not going to be doing today because that will take us into another video, and we're not going to have time for that today. So that's it for this video, you guys, and thank you for watching. I'm Jammer4NM57. Make sure to subscribe to our channel and leave a like. If I could talk, that would be great. And also, we're going to put the link below to our blog, and hopefully you visit that. And it's not completely done yet, so don't be all judgy, Miss Judgy Pants. But once it's complete, I think it'll look really cool. The background art for that, actually, Vocabularies did herself, and she is a super good artist, and she did it digitally, so I don't know how she did it because I cannot draw that well digitally. So definitely be sure to check that out, and then we'll be sure to include our social media if you want to follow us there. And yeah, that's it for today, guys. Bye!